The views and opinions expressed by contributors on the Spoon River Gothic podcast are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the host. Material heard on the Spoon River Gothic podcast is intended for adult listeners. This podcast deals with mature topics that may not be suitable for all listeners. Listener discretion is advised. This is Spoon River Gothic, Narrative of a Double Homicide, Part 2.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hello, I'm trying to reach Rhonda Lemon. I'm sorry.
You called me yesterday?
Yeah, I'm trying to reach a Rhonda Lemon. Who is this?
Yes. Who is this?
Oh, okay. My name's Anne Marie, and I'm doing research for a criminal justice report about the Donald Bull case, and I was trying to reach Rhonda.
You called me yesterday. I told you she's not doing that. That case is closed. What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to gather information. You know, her cousin, who is Donald, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's going to be a podcast, and I'm trying to give her an opportunity to tell us about Donald.
You're trying to prove his innocence or what?
No, we're trying to basically put together, you know, kind of humanize Donald based on conversations that we have with people who were related to him or knew him. Can you give her my phone number?
What's the bottom line?
We're working on a podcast about the case.
Okay, yeah, okay, I understand that. Okay. I'll have to ask her.
Okay.
Because she's in a nursing home.
Oh, she's in a nursing home. Could you just give her my phone number?
Yes, I will talk to her and ask her, does she want to do this?
Yeah, because I know
you wouldn't have to come out and visit, would you? You hear me?
I'm sorry?
You wouldn't have to come out and visit.
No, I could just talk to her on the phone.
All right, that'll make sense. Thank you.
Okay, could you give her my number?
Yeah.
And
no, I can't.
I'm sorry?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
You gotta go through me. You gotta go through me. That didn't make sense. Hello, Ann.
Hi, how are ya?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Sorry for my long message there, but I just didn't want to leave you hanging on that stuff, so.
Oh, I didn't even listen to it. I just called you back when I saw you called.
Oh, okay. All righty.
I'll tell you, this is a good time for me to talk. Obviously, it is for you if you called. I read your website and all that, and I guess I'm an old journalist, so I'm naturally inquisitive. But from looking at your website, I guess I just need to know more of the gist of what your premise is for doing this story, because I know social justice is something you mentioned, and hey, I fully understand that, and I get it, and we want to have social justice, but do you feel that Bowl was wrongly convicted?
I don't have an opinion, honestly. I don't have an opinion either way. There are some people who believe that. There obviously are, most of the people I've talked to believe that justice has been served. And it's more of a literary approach to the podcast and trying to flesh out different people's perspectives of it and the different aspects to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can you tell me who you talked to and who gave me or gave you my name?
Actually,
can you review?
Actually, we found you. I think you wrote a book about Canton. Did you write a book about Canton?
No. Now, I've compiled some information about different people in Canton, okay, but I have not written a book.
Okay. That was our research team. So somehow you got connected to history, to the idea of history.
Well, I imagine how that came. I think I might have told you this when we talked before. My wife and I volunteer at our local museum.
Oh.
And I'll bet that was it. We've had some people who have written some books here, and I know about local history, although I'm certainly not an expert on it by any means. But I'm just a little bit concerned. And I did on your website, I noticed that on the Instagram, those correspondences with our police department were on your Instagram page there, which I thought was, that concerned me a little bit. I don't know why that needs to be on there. It's a FOIA request and you were just looking for things there, which if I was in your position, I'd do the same thing. You have every right to make a FOIA request. So, I'm just a little concerned about everything, Ann. I'm not saying what you're doing is not on the up and up. I don't mean to indicate that at all, but I'm just a little bit concerned with where you're going on it and that sort of thing.
So what is your concern exactly? Like being associated with something that goes in a direction that fill in the blank, I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah, and this is where it gets back to what your premise is. If you do think it's wrongly convicted, if he was wrongly convicted, my thinking is there are good law enforcement and judiciary people in our area that were involved with that. I know them, I trust them, they followed the process, and justice was served the way I look at it. But, I have no reason or knowledge to think otherwise on that. I trusted the process, and I think our people here did a good job of investigating it and determining a matter of innocence or guilt on it. Mm-hmm. So I have to go with that. I trust the legal process. Although I'm not saying that everywhere in the country that there's not problems. I know there are, but I think it was followed precise or properly here. And that's the thing. Small communities, we know each other. The people involved in some of these things, we see each other at church, we see each other at a ball game, we'll have a beer together, that kind of thing. So that's where I'm coming from.
Okay, so what I'm hearing you say is you don't want to be affiliated with it because of the potential that it could cause you issues in your small town. I do want to say that, just in fairness to us, I understand if that's how you feel. In fairness to what we're doing, we are just really trying to get at the truth and whatever that is, and I don't think that we're invested in whether, exactly Donald Bull was convicted rightly for that particular crime. I do know, I mean, obviously that he was not a very good person. I mean, I do have come to that conclusion. But you know, like what I said, I do want to, you know, kind of explain that we are out to get at the truth, and the truth, in our opinion, is the experience of people who lived through it.
Mm-hmm. Well, can you tell me the names of any other people that you've talked to about it?
I've talked to a man named Alan Friedman. He was a defense attorney who was involved in the case. I've talked to, as I told you, I've talked to a victim of Donald Bull's, that I'm not at liberty to tell you their name.
Yep, I understand.
And we've reached out to the family. I have been playing phone tag with one of the family members. They requested more information about it. And I'm only one of the people that are reaching out to people. So I'm going to be interviewing one of the analysts, the psychologist who did an evaluation on Donald Bull.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that gives me an idea of what you're looking at. I guess since you are looking at all this, there's at least some doubt that the conviction was rightful. And, you know, I think probably, Ann, it's just better that I stay away with it. I'm not concerned with problems that it could cause for me and our community. I'm just not sure I want to be associated from the standpoint that there's obviously some doubt there. And I don't doubt your looking at it from a literary sense, but still, it sure seems like there's some doubt there. And I have to trust the process that took place here locally. Okay. All right. Well, good luck. And I'll tell you what, I'll keep an eye on your website just because it's interesting stuff. I'm not faulting that a bit. So I will keep an eye on the link just to see what else you're finding out and can go from there. So.
All right. Well, I do appreciate you getting back to me, Kevin.
Yep. Oops, I lost. Are you still there?
Yep. I said, yeah, I do appreciate you getting back to me.
Hi, I was hoping to reach Mr. David Ayers.
Yeah, this is him.
Hi, my name is Jinra, and I'm conducting research for a criminal justice report for an upcoming podcast about the Donald Bull case, and I was hoping to know if now was a good time to ask questions about the case, or if you'd like to schedule another time.
Well, this isn't really too good a time.
All right.
So what are you doing again?
I'm gathering research for an upcoming podcast.
And what brought this on? What's this going to be on?
It's going to be specifically about the Donald Bull case with the intention of giving a voice to everyone involved.
Who didn't have a voice?
Well, just trying to just broadly reach out.
What was your name again?
It's Jinra, Jinra.
And who are you with?
I am with Lone Bird Media.
Where's that out of?
It's based out of New York.
Yeah. Is there something that's generated some interest in this? Well, it's pretty well, I would think, it was an 18-day trial. It's pretty well documented, I think.
Right. Would you be willing to be interviewed?
Not at this time. I don't see any point in it. It's, that was in 1996. It was an 18-day trial, all documented. So all the reports are there. I don't see the purpose.
Okay. I'm sorry to waste your time, sir. Have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Spoon River Gothic is a production of Lonebird Media in association with CZ Studio and Radio Verite. The show is produced by August Olson, editing, directing, and producing by Corey Zimmerman, audio mastering and engineering by E. Masterd. Research is done by Anne-Marie Cannon, Chelsea Mesa, and me, Jinra Illustrissimo. Spoon River Gothic is written and hosted by Corey Zimmerman. You can follow the show at czstudio.works and read the blog at spoonrivergothic.com. Show some love by leaving us a rating or review on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And stay tuned for the next episode as we dive deeper into the Donald Bull case. Thank you for listening. This is Spoon River Gothic, narrative of a double homicide.